Hi everyone, I'm Alexis Robinson. I chose team interventions, and in this PowerPoint, I'll be discussing team startup and transition meetings. Thank you for listening. Now, before I explain the purpose of this intervention, I'd like to distinguish the difference between team startup interventions and transition meetings. Team startup deals with the formulation of new teams and new roles, whereas transition meetings are used when there is a transition of leadership, removing and adding members, or changes in roles. But they both have similar purposes. Team startup and transition meetings are used in the implementation of organizational change to shape team working practices. It involves new teams and clarifies basic functions and goals by helping to develop interpersonal relationships and establish agreements. Now, this type of intervention has many features and functions. First, it clarifies roles of members. If there's any confusion about responsibilities and roles of leadership, this intervention would help to make things clear. It also clarifies basic team functions. It establishes agreements and norms about the roles and functions. It also provides opportunities to surface member disagreements. Members are more likely to be open to discuss issues with this intervention. Lastly, it supports the development of interpersonal relationships between members. Similar to the previous point made, bonding between members would enhance the effectiveness of teamwork. Well, you may ask, why is this intervention necessary? Frequently in organizations, teams are formed and often evolve by adding new members or assigning new roles. Without giving transitions and formations the proper attention needed to sort out roles and purposes, these processes are prolonged and quite difficult. The effective functioning of groups and teams is central to the effective functioning of organizations. This quote that I've included at the bottom of the slide just further emphasizes the importance of team functioning and effective functioning of organizations. The intervention, team startup, and transitions has many strengths, but for the sake of time, I've only included three into this PowerPoint. It provides organizations with opportunity to strengthen team cohesion. As mentioned in the previous slide, team startup and transitions encourage bonding that's likely to produce successful teamwork. Next, it addresses issues that may not be acknowledged on a regular basis. Lastly, it improves team processes. It was sort of challenging to find weaknesses for this organization, I'm going to assume because it's really effective. But those that I have found says that there's a chance that it won't be effective. It could possibly result in the removal of a member or members, and it relies on members' motivation to participate. Now, I'd like to take a look at how this intervention may be applied to the real world and my life. In one of the on-campus organizations I'm a part of, there's been issues between members of our executive board of 17 people concerning confusion of roles, attendance, and overall inability for everyone to connect and work effectively. Since this is an organization that had been previously revived in the summer, there's a lot of confusion surrounding the team's functioning. We could use this intervention as a whole to encourage bonding between members, motivate members to show up when needed and hold each other accountable, address any conflicts or small issues that affect the cohesiveness of the team, clarify the roles and expectations of each officer, come to an agreement about solutions and handling future disagreements. We are now at the end of my presentation. These are my references, and thank you again for listening.